What is up, everybody? Marcillian here. Have a new video for you guys. I made a guide for Retribution Paladin macros. I don't know if this is gonna change too much in 5.2. Still basically the heals, the utility stuff and the DPS stuff, but we'll get to that in a second. Now I want to start off first with my healing macros. So let's just type /macro and let's look at this shit. So first one is with World of Glory and Flash of Light, okay, for my party members. Now I have 3 of them, but it's basically the same thing, only the name of the party members are changed. Okay, so first if I hold down my Alt key, I'm gonna Flash of Light this dude. If I don't hold it, I'm gonna World of Glory. So I'm going to copy this macro into the description so you can use it. You know, on your teammates or on yourself. So basically I have these macros are for my teammates, and I have one macro that's for myself. Well, not actually a macro, it's, you know, just the World of Glory and the Flash of Light in 2 separate keybinds. But anyways, now same thing goes for Sacred Shield. Okay, if I have Alt, this is for 2s mostly, but still you can use it in 3s as well, ain't no problem. So if I hold my Alt key, I'm gonna Sacred Shield my partner. If I'm not gonna hold down my Alt key, I'm gonna Sacred Shield myself. This is basically survival stuff. Now for my utility macros, first off I'm going to show you the Hand of Sacrifice, Hand of Protection macro. So it's basically like the Flash of Light World of Glory one. So if I hold down Alt, I'm going to Hand of Sacrifice this dude. If I don't hold down Alt, I'm going to Hand of Protection. So if I just click on, what is P2 motherfucker? P2 is F1. So if I click I just, you know, get on F1 is gonna do the buff. If I have Alt and F1 is gonna do Hand of Sacrifice. So this is all in all a good ass trick. You don't have to, you know, keybind all your abilities. You can do macros like this to help you out. Now my kick macro is like when you want to focus, want to kick your focus, basically the healer or some goddamn caster. You wanna have this macro. Okay, so it's good to rebuke the target in front of you, and it's good also to rebuke the target you have in your focus. So it's really nice. Now I have macros for my seals. So I don't know why the fuck, but nowadays if you know have a seal binded and you spam that motherfucker, it will just go on, go off, go on, go off. So really quick tip for that, just put an exclamation mark before the name of the seal, like I did over here, for example, Seal of Insight /cast exclamation mark Seal of Insight. Really nice. Okay, now for focus CC macros, not much stuff. I used to have Repentance. Oh man, I do miss Repentance from Cataclysm, but same old, same old. So basically you have the focus Hammer of Justice. That's what you can do. It doesn't necessarily work, you know, if you don't have a focus target. You can use it again like the Rebuke one. You can hammer the target in front of you. So here is the Hammer of Justice focus macro. Also, a lot of the times you're gonna have to use Glyph of Turn Evil, because, you know, Warlocks and Shadow Priests and Death Knights and shit like that. So it's always good to have this macro, you know, laying around. It's the Turn Evil one. Basically, you put your mouse cursor over the pet, you know, you want to fear off, or, you know, the DK who's a Lichborn, and just type the button, okay? So you don't have to select the motherfucker then tap. No, just hover your mouse over it and hit the keybind you assign this motherfucker to do, to be, to exist, and that's it. Excuse my English. Okay, so the last macros that I use are basically the DPS ones. Excuse me. So I made like the DPS ones. I made like 2, Holy and Melee. You know, guys who were with me like before Cataclysm and shit know these macros, because I use them there as well. Every macro has Inquisition, so always remember to have Inquisition up all the time in your DPS macros. So my first macro is really simple. It's Inquisition, Avenging Red. That's it. Sometimes I use all of them, like this and this combined. I mean, probably most of the times this shit happens. But there's situations when you don't have to do it. Like sometimes I just like, you know, to scare a motherfucker out. You know, popping Avenging Red and shit doesn't do that much of a damage anyways. But still, it scares people off. Has that scare value, I guess. So this is my holy one. Like, I named this holy because it's made basically, you know, an Inquisition spell and Avenging Rat, like all like things that you can do from far away and they look kind of holy-ish and shit, you know. So this is copied to the description as well, and my second damage macro is melee, called melee. So I have the Holy Avenger, I have the Inquisition, used to have Lifeblood, but I'm not a herbalist anymore, gotta get this shit off, and of course the damage trinket. Now of course this is the more powerful macro, okay, so if you have Holy Avenger, Inquisition and your trinket, you're gonna do some damage. If you have this as well, Avenging Wrath and shit, and if you have your Guardian stacked up to full, you can do some decent amount of damage. And speaking of Guardian, my opener, usually my opener, I don't always use this, but let's say 70% of the games I use this opener. Okay, so I have Judgment and Guardian of Ancient Kings. Because you want to pop this motherfucker really early in the game to get your stacks up. You have to have the most efficient burst you can. Sometimes it's good to pop it, sometimes it isn't, it depends. I don't like every time pop it, but as I said, most of the times you do want to get those stacks really fast. Well guys, this was it for the macro guide. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you found this useful, and if you did, be sure to give it a like, share the video, do some comment on it, ask me questions, whatever you like, and be sure to be subscribed because videos are coming out every day. Peace out.